State revenues from taxes continued to grow last year, and Finance Minister Gilles Roth is cautiously optimistic about the Grand Duchy's financial situation. Luxembourg ended the year with a surplus of 317 million euros, which, though temporary as some expenditures for 2024 had not yet been attributed, and could result in a final deficit of around 300 million for the year. So that is to say that when every expenditures are balanced, Luxembourg will still have a surplus 300 million from last year, which is a wonderful news, because at this point in time most countries ended in losses or deficit, no surplus, even no gain, not to talk of surplus. According to ministry estimates, represent a significant improvement of 948 million euro compared to the previous year, the ministry said on Tuesday. In December 2023, the government reported a provisional deficit of 630 million. The improved situation can be attributed to a favorable trend in state revenues. Revenues from the central administration increased by 12.9% year-on-year, amounting to 28.4 billion euros, while the direct contributions office collected 14.5 billion euro by the end of the year, an annual increase of 1.9 billion euros or 15%. Corporate income tax represents the biggest growth in revenue, increasing by 34.1%, an additional of 853.3 million euros, as well as taxes on wages 8.9%, tax on investment income 32.8%, and the national withholding tax on interest 188.9%. VAT and subscription tax increased by 739 million euros and 90.6 million respectively. However, registration fees dropped by 19.6%, 19.6 million euros. The ministry noted that thanks in part to measures aimed at stimulating the housing market, the number of property transfer transactions as of 31st of December 2024 increased by 6.6% compared to the same period in 2023. The Finance Ministry also highlighted a 9% increase in expenditures, reflecting a strong social state. A social benefits increased by 14.6%. So in 2024, the expenditures of Luxembourg, even though their expenditures increased to 9%, they still managed to have in surplus 300 million euros after every expenditures of 2024 has been attributed. The expenditures, they are estimating it as 17 million euros. So when you minus 17 million from the 317 million plus, they will still have in plus 300 million plus. That is massive. Yes. So Luxembourg is one of the nice countries where you earn well, but the cost of living in Europe here is very high. It's a very small country, very rich. It's good for migrants, but as a migrant, before you migrate there, get yourself well informed, enrich yourself with information, and make sure that the policies there will suit the mission or the reason why you are going there, so you don't go there and run and leave while complaining, or you go there and things will start playing out the way you did not expect it. Because in most cases, the problems most Africans have is that we don't get the right information, most of us, and we don't take our times to do our homework well, based on the decision or the reason why we want to migrate to that country, to see if the policies in that country suit or goes down well with the reason why we want to travel there or migrate there. And at the end of the day, you see that when people don't do their homework very well, they only have themselves to blame at the end of it. And whenever you are migrating as a migrant, is equally good when you enrich yourself, you are well endowed with information. Always have a plan B. Should in case the plan A don't work, you can easily activate the plan B and don't find yourself in hot waters that you will regret later.